Hello everybody, I'm Andy Lagopus.
And I'm PinkStar.
And welcome back to It's Called a Podcast, Sweetheart.
Where we talk everything Zootopia.
And Zootopia 2, which is currently out in theaters as of time of recording. But we aren't going to be talking about it this time for sake of spoilers. All we will say is, go watch it. It is so good.
You're gonna have all December to watch it on theaters, but if you're not satisfied with just watching it once, you can go ahead and to the theaters a bunch of times to watch it over and over. It is really good.
That's what I'll be doing. Multiple viewings. Which will probably help contribute to its current box office, which, as of time of recording, on the last day of November, is at $554 million in its opening week.
And that was an estimate that was analyzed recently, actually. An estimate, like originally they were saying a few months ago there was going to be around 200 or 300, but in the last few weeks they were considering that, no, you know what, maybe it will reach 5,000 by the first weekend.
No. The first weekend is over. This is how much it is made this weekend.
Doesn't Sunday count
It's
as
not
well?
an estimate.
But, oh well. Okay.
Yeah, no. Like, Sunday counts, but, like, in a good chunk of the world, Sunday is over. And so we already know how much it made in China on Sunday, so...
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, it's made $554 million in its opening week. That is absolutely insane, and I am so here for it.
Yeah, I'm really also very happy with the news. Like, many people were saying, hey, I haven't seen Zootopia being advertised as much, considering that this is a sequel. But it is being, at least we know it's paying off as of right now, because many people are going to watch the movie this weekend.
Oh, yeah. And I genuinely think it might break $1 billion before Christmas.
I'm pretty sure they will happen.
That is something we will have to see.
Let's wait and see. But right now, go to your nearest theater on your hometown. Go ahead and watch Zootopia 2, wherever you are in the world.
So, go check that out if you haven't. And remember, this podcast is entirely supported by you lovely patrons. Patreon.com/ZNN. The website is supported by it, as is this podcast, and $5 a month or more, and you can join the live studio audience. We mess up quite a bit. It's amusing. Wouldn't you say, audience? The
Yes,
audience
I'm
is
pretty
nodding.
sure.
Yes, I think.
Yes, it seems like it.
I need to have chat open. But yes.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure they do agree on that.
You agree, right? Yeah. I think they agree. Anyways. So, yeah. Today, though, we are not talking about Zootopia 2, which we are not doing for the sake of spoilers. We're giving people a month to go see it, and then we will talk about it next month.
Like, currently, I know there are tons of people out there in the internet who are already talking about the movie with spoilers and everything. And some of them are spoiler-free, like the review at our page ZNN. But to discuss it properly...
ZootopiaNewsNetwork.com.
Exactly. But to talk it properly here on the podcast, I think we should give the benefit to the audience to go watch it, because perhaps it's not available for you to watch it right away, perhaps in a week or two or something. But still, we're giving you enough time so you can go ahead and watch it, and then we can talk about it with spoilers and discussing the movie as a whole.
Exactly. I mean, I've seen it twice already, but I know people who have seen it like 5 or 6 times. AC Racebest is on his like 8th viewing at this point, I think. So,
wow.
I mean, it helps that he like got to go to the like special rap party. So, I'm very jealous of him, and if he's listening, I want the story of how you got that. Anyways, yes. So today, we are not talking Zootopia 2, we are talking about the first set of additional content that we got for Zootopia. The shorts.
the shorts that it's a mini series called Zootopia Plus, that it is available at, you guess it, Disney Plus.
Disney Plus. Or Deersney, as they call it.
Oh yeah, canonically in their universe it's called Disney. How you pronounce it?
Deersney Plus.
Disney. Oh, okay. I think I was correct. Okay. And well,
I love the animal puns.
It is very funny, creative. I don't know how should phrase Zootopia Plus. Oh well, I mean, how should we classify it? It's not a sequel technically because the shorts are happening in between the original movies. So.
Yes, the original idea of it is that it is what's happening in the background in the other characters' lives while the movie is happening. So from time to time we'll get to see like a small little segment of the movie but from a different character's perspective, you know?
Yeah, so it would we can count it as a kind of mid-cool-ish but not entirely.
Let's say mid-cool.
Yeah, of sorts.
Mid-cool mini-series.
Yes. And well, we're going to be also talking about spoilers of Zootopia Plus if you have not watched it. But don't be afraid. Like,
it's been out for a few years now.
But I'm pretty sure there are people out there who are not aware that this mini-series exists. So let me talk about it a little bit. Well, Zootopia Plus, it's a six mini episode series, which each episode lasts about between 6 and 7 minutes, so you can watch it in less than an hour in Zootopia.
I just did
in Disney Plus. Yes, you can watch it in less than an hour, and with like Andy just said, it is focused on of the side characters of Zootopia. Like we know the main story is with Judy and Nick. And, well, Zootopia Plus is focused on other side characters that we witness in the movie. And there's a little spin in every episode.
Exactly. So, a little bit of background. As we all know, 2020, 2021 were not especially good years due to a certain global pandemic. So, while the Disney animation team was stuck working from home and not being able to fully work on their movies as normal, this is what they decided to do with their time. They did the Baymax miniseries, and I believe that was it.
Yeah, kinda, because if you see the characters models, they're basically the same ones from the first movie.
Mostly. There's some where they change costumes and do some different stuff, but for the most part, this was Disney Animation's COVID project. Which, you know what? Props to them. Everyone needs a COVID project during the pandemic.
True.
Mine, I got into Warhammer. Much to my wallet's chagrin.
Right. Okay, so now let's go ahead and talk about each episode.
Yep. So, there are 6 episodes in total, as you said, and each one has a different sort of style of film attached with it. So, the first one starts off with Hop on Board.
And it starts from where Judy leaves Bunny Burrow to go to Zootopia.
Yep, and it follows her parents Bonnie and Stu as they chase her little sister Molly, who happened to hitchhike on the train in a very dangerous manner from the outside.
Yes, and if you remember the truck, the Hobbs family truck that you see movie later on in the original movie, where she goes back to Zootopia once she resigned as a cop. Well, that's the same vehicle that Bonnie and Stu used to try to follow the train to rescue their little daughter, Molly.
Yes, though this is where I think we need to kind of address the elephant in the room. Zootopia Plus is in a weird state when it comes to canonicity. Like, if it is canon or not to the world of Zootopia. Because right from the get-go, I'm just going to say it, I kind of call this series Zootopia plot hole. rather than Zootopia Plus because there's... Okay, that sounds harsh. Each one is very, very fun. It does what it sets out to do as a, short. However, they get some aspects of the world wrong in each one. And it just makes plot holes and inconsistencies. And right from the beginning, with Hop on Board, they kind of forget that there's a giant body of water between Bunnyburrow and the city of Zootopia.
Yeah, that is true.
So this whole sequence is a chase scene where Bonnie and Stu are trying to catch up with the train Judy is on, catch her sister before she gets hurt and gets in trouble. And in doing so, they follow the train, and it goes through the burrows, it goes through different sections, and then it goes into Zootopia, and they get on it and are it's super hot in Sahara Square, then super cold in Tundra Town, and so on. But they completely overlook the giant body of water that the train goes on before getting to Sahara Square.
Yes. Yeah, I actually missed that as well.
You missed that?
I think I did miss that. I was paying more attention to the cameos of different characters during the chase.
Oh yeah, no, it's a very fun chase. Gideon Grey makes an appearance, Yax and the Nudists make an appearance. It's fun. Nick and Finnick make an appearance.
Yes, that was interesting how they integrated them in the background.
Yeah, and it does do a good job of making the world feel lived in. It's so close. But because of that bit with it skipping over the lake or bay or whatever it is, and just going straight to Sahara Square, it makes it feel cheaper. It makes it feel smaller. It makes the world feel small. And that's not quite what I feel Zootopia is. It's a big world. There's no way, they condense... I know it's pacing and, they're trying to... It's filmmaking stuff, But, Bunnyburrow is 211 miles away from Zootopia. And this is a 7-minute short.
Yes. I think they also decided to play a little bit with time, because how much Judy took from getting from Bunnyburrow to Zootopia in only the family truck. And in here, Bunny and Stu had to catch up to the train with the truck. And the train is so much faster. So, how does that work?
It's inconsistent. And that's my problem with it.
The concept is interesting.
Yeah, it's a great concept and decent execution of the concept, but it's inconsistent with the world. And that's my gripe with that episode. Let's move on to the next.
Okay.
Which is The Real Mousewives of Little Rodentia. This one is fun.
This is a reality show format episode.
Yes, it's set up like a Real Housewives type of, or Jersey Shore type reality TV show. And it is very fun for that. It follows Frou Frou and her bridesmaids as they prepare for her wedding.
But suddenly her cousin arrives because she...
True.
She decides, she says that when we were little kids, you promised me that I was going to be your maid of honor when you get married. And, well, Frou Frou doesn't want to follow on that promise because she doesn't like her cousin that much.
Right. They've grown apart over the years, but in the end, they end up coming back together. But in the meantime, there's some fights, there's drama, there's lots of just back and forth cattiness, well, mousiness, or
yes.
Shrewery.
Yes.
That's a tough word to say, shrewery. I don't even know if I'm saying it right, but...
Well, we understand what you mean.
Yeah. The sort of stuff you would expect to see on a Jersey Shore type show, you know?
Yeah, and in between we get to see the scene where Frou Frou is out buying shopping stuff for her wedding, and right before the giant donut falls on her, Judy saves her life.
Oh my gosh, did you see those leopard print jeggings? Ah!
Exactly, that.
And we get to see Frou Frou being a little introspective after almost dying to a giant donut.
Yes.
Which is very nice. It's very sweet, and I love it a lot. This one is really good.
Yes.
And I gotta say, Mandy, the maid of honor that just got out of prison, is my favorite character out of all of them.
Yeah, she is pretty funny.
Constantly trying to bite her ankle monitor off, or like just not being present and just interjecting like "Happy birthday!" just randomly. She's great.
Yeah, I know she was added there for comic relief, but she works. She works on what she does.
She's very, very fun. And I did really also like how the polar bear bodyguards were just like observing the whole time, just as everything is happening on a mouse scale.
Yes.
But the polar bears are just like, okay, they're having a fight, break it up, and they just pluck them up and hold them apart.
They look so worried about what's happening.
Mm-hmm. Like you see on the ground, like everything is chaos and everything, and then the polar bears just yoink. It's great. So they do a very good job playing around with the scale of everything, with establishing Little Rodentia and the Biggs Manor and in Little Rodentia. That's very fun.
Yeah.
And just the characters. Frou Frou has a very nice, solid emotional journey here.
Yes, it's a pretty neat episode here.
Yeah. And it's almost canon, I would say, if it weren't for the last tiny little bit.
Which will be?
Which is where they basically add night howlers to the wedding bouquet. You smell it and go crazy.
Like, were the night howlers weren't they supposed to be either... Well, they were not inhaled, but like from what we remember from the original movie, it has to be like you have to be shot, like it goes through your skin and everything. But also the
like
one
the highly concentrated version or
concentrated version whole. Or eat it, but not only breathe it, inhale it. Like, will be that enough?
Mm-hmm. And not only that, but they are way larger than the shrews. Yeah. Like, the flowers themselves are larger. So, I get what they were going for at the end. It was a fun little twist, like, oh, suddenly it's a horror movie because all the guests, maids of honor, are acting like zombies and, like, Frou Frou is being attacked. But, like, if you stop and think about it for a second, it falls apart. Which is a shame because it is very good. It's a very good short. It's just the little bit that makes it not consistent with Zootopia.
Yes.
I'll be saying that a lot.
It's okay. I understand that it is frustrating that they add some interesting dynamics that are very fun, but there are add other stuff that makes it inconsistent with the movie.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Now, the third one, though, this one I give a complete pass to because it doesn't even try to be canon.
Nah, this one will be called
Duke the Musical.
Big Time.
Yep. I'll be big time. I can't do this voice.
I'm pretty sure Alan Tudyk had a blast recording this song.
Oh, 110%. He was having a ball while doing this. It was super fun, and I believe it was Michael Giacchino who composed it, too.
Yes, he did. Yes.
Mm-hmm. So that's a great combination. Like, I would be thrilled to have a random character I voiced in something suddenly like, hey, let's make a musical number where he sings his heart out and sings about his dreams. And Michael Giacchino will make the music for it. Like, that would be a dream come true, you know?
Yes. either him or Alan Menken. That will be really, really awesome.
Yes. Mm-hmm. 100%.
Well, first we followed Duke Weaselton after he got jailed out, I believe, or bailed out from where Judy arrests him.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone, he's practically Zootopia's laughing stock at that moment. Like, everybody looking down on him, making fun of him.
Yeah. The only inconsistency I see in this one is that there's no way there were cameras where some of the shots were taken from. But they just took some clips from the movie and used that. I'll allow it.
Yes. Probably the only bit. And well, from that on, then he breaks into musical mode.
Mm-hmm. Sings about how he doesn't want to be a small-time crook anymore. He wants to go big time. Starting with being a shady car salesman. Not car insurance, just a shady car salesman. Because that's his idea of making it big. And then it escalates from there. He decides, okay, well, if I can't be a small-time crook, I'll do something else. I'll be a lawyer. Yeah. I'll be a lawyer, and then a doctor, and then oil tycoon, and yada yada, and then there's a bit where the song is like, now he's a guru, now he's a guru. It's fun. It's very fun.
Yeah.
And I promise I won't do my Weaselton impression anymore.
Okay.
It's not very good.
And after that, then we see, what animal is it? Like, across the street.
There's an old goat lady. Yeah.
Her wallet.
Who, fun fact,
yes.
was originally going to be in Zootopia as like an old meter maid goat who was like a lifelong meter maid and showing Judy the ropes, but like was super slow and bad at it.
Okay.
And
well, we see he's across the street.
Yeah, she was a cut character, but Duke Weaselton, she drops her wallet, he picks it up and is faced with a choice.
Either run away with the wallet, making another another robbery, or give it back and being good. Instead, leaving the whole hustle thing behind. Well, I don't know if I'm called hustling.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, stealing.
Is he going to be a good guy? Is he going to do the right thing? Or is he going to go back to the life of petty crime? And at first, he decides, you know what? I'm going to give this up. I'm going to do the right thing and give her wallet back.
He's just about to give it her back, and then a truck... Bam! A truck hits the goat. And not any truck. Funny. And it's not any truck. I will say it's a bank.
Yep, it's a bank truck with, like, full of money that just pours out onto the street. And Duke is just like, oh, okay, well,
so tempted.
I think that the universe is saying do this, so I'm back to doing this. Take the money and run.
He takes a huge bag of money and runs away.
Oh, yes. And as the goat says, this was fun.
Yeah.
She was totally okay, by the way.
Yes.
But yeah, that was the highlight of the series, I'd say.
Yes, like you said, it is something really out of what you would expect originally from Zootopia, but it does work.
Yes, it does. So after that, we have Godfather of the Bride, which is a retelling of Mr. Big retelling his history at the wedding.
Yes.
Which,
while doing the toast for getting married.
Yes. And it's a good story. He explains how he and his grandmama came from the old world, which turns out to be crossing a puddle, which is hilarious.
Yeah, but for them
there's
it is
so
huge.
Many good jokes.
For them it is huge because, yes, their size, but...
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a very funny, like, scene setup. Like, oh, they're crossing this big ocean on this little boat. No, it's a puddle. And Mr. Big, as a young man coming across with his grandmama. They find a shoebox and turn that into a home. Start up a bakery where she makes cannoli. And then, like, starts building the business. But then they get shaken down by thugs.
Yes, like, life was very difficult for them just arriving on Zootopia.
Mm-hmm. This was apparently before they had begun making, like, specialized environments for everybody. So Little Rodentia didn't exist. Tundra Town didn't exist. All of that.
And if you actually see the imagery, you can picture that it's like a New York-esque kind of what Zootopia looked back in the day.
Oh, it's very much pulling from the, like, 1920s New York City where, like, coming across the sea as an Italian immigrant, making your life, like, the American dream and all that. It's very heavily inspired by that type of thing. And its homages are on the nose, you know? It's not subtle in it, but it is very fun all the same. You get to see him meeting Koslov for the first time.
A young Koslov.
Very young Koslov as a cub. And it's very fun to see. But also, you get to see his first time icing someone. Being the gangster that has been shaking him down and, like, steals his grandmama's savings.
Yes, and in this episode, you see that there's a community along with where once Mr. Big and his grandmama make good business and everything. There's a community there, but the thugs obviously come around, and of course, like Mr. Big at first was scared, but then he has had enough, and that's why, like you said, he says ice them, and it did, and after that, the community just continue growing and growing, and eventually, Little Rodentia was founded.
Exactly. It's a very good story. Like, I really like what he says at the end. The family you have, the friends you choose, the community you serve, that's what makes life beautiful, or something like that. I don't remember the exact quote. But it's a very nice message at the end for the rise of a mobster. However, I will say, it does cover itself a little bit by saying, the air was nice, and the captions and subtitles say 19 ?
Like,
so
we don't know exactly where this takes place.
Yeah, but it's assumed to be the 1920s.
I can guess it's
or
around
the
that time.
1910s-ish. And that calls into question a few major things. The Godfather was set in the 50s, I believe. 50s or 60s, I want to say. And back then, somebody's grandparents could be like, oh, we came across in the 1920s and whatnot. But, like, nowadays, it makes Mr. Big have to be, like, at least 100 years old. Like, at least 110 years old or something.
And that, well, makes me question, how old is Frou-Frou? How old Frou-Frou is?
And more to the point, how old was his grandmama? Because she was old when he was a kid.
Yes, and from what we know from the first film, even Nick got to meet Mr. Big's grandmama.
Yeah, so she survived up until just a few years before the first Zootopia. So, how old was she?
Yeah, like, I know that ages are manipulated in this universe because, well, from what we already know from the first movie, Judy is 24, Nick is 32. But pushing that aside, then how old a shrew can be?
Yeah, like, even if you are giving them human-like lifespans, that is pushing it, you know?
Yep.
His grandmama would have to be like 130 or something at the youngest. So, yeah, that's my problem with that one. Not the short itself, not the story it told, but where it fits things in the timeline.
Yeah. Like you said previously, the inconsistency between the historical facts that apparently are mentioned in the story with the movie and obviously the sequel. For those who have already watched it, perhaps they will notice those details.
Yes, and in the sequel there is a reference to this bit of Zootopia Plus, and that makes it even more confusing. Because it more, like, solidly ties the time frames and sets it at over 100 years ago. So, I don't know what to make of that. I feel like it was a legitimate continuity error.
That is sad because, like we have already said, the settings, the stories are interesting themselves, but the continuity is an issue.
Yeah, it's so frustrating because it is so close to being so good. But they are like fumbling the small details. Thankfully, this next one doesn't have that problem. So you think you can prance?
Well, this is basically an episode where you see Clawhauser. There is well, do you think you can prance? It is a contest where mammals have to audition. It's kind of like sort of like the X Factor of some sort. America's Got Talent.
Yeah, the X Factor, America's Got Talent.
There are people in the
So you think you can dance?
There are judges, amongst them Gazelle, where the mammals auditioned, they make a performance of sorts, and the judges have the choice to either approve or reject the performances. And obviously, Clawhauser wants to go there because if he wins, he could be Gazelle's backup dancer.
Exactly.
And what's really funny is that he uses the megaphone or the microphone in the reception,
like the PA system or something.
Yes,
yeah, he calls for backup
for the audition because he needs a partner. So he goes to the audition, and the only one who goes there is Chief Bogo.
Exactly. And it is so great to hear Idris Elba doing these voices lines. Like, I look stunning.
At first,
it's so good.
At first, he believes that the reason why Clawhauser called for backup is because somebody wants to harm Gazelle or something. That's what he believes at first. But then suddenly it's like, no, like the backup is for auditioning for the contest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Clawhauser comes clean and is like, I can't lie. I'm doing this just to be to get to be backup dancer and like I called for backup, but I meant backup dancer. Like, come on, please, Chief, please be my partner. Please.
He says, it's my dream to be able to dance with Gazelle.
And Chief Bogo kind of just leaves him hanging, and he goes on stage and embarrasses himself, but then he falls off the stage and a bunch of mist rises up, and Chief Bogo rises up holding Clawhauser in one arm and is like, we don't leave our partners behind. Now let's dance our pants off.
Then they make a great performance, and suddenly everyone, even between the audience and the judges, love the performance, and they press the golden paw.
Yep, they give him the golden buzzer, which overrules all the negatives and means they win or something. And then they start dancing, and it turns out it was all just a dream. Which, you know what? That is perfectly okay with me. It means it is suddenly the most canon of all of these.
Yes, because it was only a dream sequence from Clawhauser, and this is all happening right before Clawhauser gets noticed that Judy and Nick were able to find the missing mammals, and then he has to go and notify Chief Bogo about it.
And enters his office and sees him jamming out to the app. So
which it fits.
That's where it leaves off. Sorry?
Oh, it fits that it ends right there with Chief Bogo also dancing to the beat from Gazelle's app.
Uh-huh. And let's be real, Clawhauser has such a crush on Chief Bogo.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's no denying it after this. Which is a little weird because Chief Bogo apparently canonically has grandchildren. So,
well, wait, has already Jared Bush confirmed that?
It's in the art book.
It's in the art book. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, hey, you never know. Clawhauser could just be into that. I mean, it is Chief Bogo voiced by Idris Elba. All right. And that leads us to the last of the Zootopia Plus shorts, Dinner Rush, where we get one of the best new characters. Sam.
Yes, I really like her. I really felt so bad for her during the short.
Oh, yeah. So, Sam is a waitress at a fancy restaurant in Rainforest District, and a whole bunch of guests are there. She's doing her job, very happy. She's got a deadline, though, because she is going to see the Gazelle concert that night.
Yes, and
who should walk in the door?
A pair of sluts. And not just any sluts. It is Flash and Priscilla.
And Priscilla.
Exactly.
They are there for dinner.
Exactly. Like,
and need a table for two.
Of course. But
so Sam needs to serve them while dealing
with other customers. Exactly. Sure.
with the other customers.
They are all
I'll end this bit there.
Okay. Yeah, everybody's
Sorry,
complaining.
I can't do that the whole thing.
It's okay. It's okay. I felt like Sam
we could make this a 4-hour long episode, but
I felt like Sam for a moment. It's okay. But yes, like, what I really felt bad through the episode, because at first her boss, Gerald, I believe he was called.
Gerald.
Yeah, like
He's
he was basically being so pessimistic towards Sam, like, you're not gonna ride to the concert in time. Like, she was trying to make a perfect job in giving great service to all the customers in the restaurant. And everyone was very satisfied with her. But until the slots arrived and she was losing her patience, because she was like, okay, you're going to order right now, yes? You're going to order this, or like, oh yeah, they're going to order a drink. Okay, getting it right away. But everyone else also is complaining in the background, like, what happens with my food or whatever. Like, everyone's complaining, and it ends up badly for her. Like, I'm not gonna get to the concert in time, and the customers are not satisfied. And a little detail I did notice is that Francine is among the customers.
Is it Francine specifically, or is it just an elephant?
I think it is an elephant.
Well, it is an elephant, but do we know that it is Francine? I'd have to check the subtitles, I think.
Yeah, I did hear Francine. So, and because it's an elephant, I was like, oh, so this story is taking place exactly 1 year after Judy's first day at the CPT.
I don't know if her name is ever said specifically as that it is Francine. Like, I know Francine is called out by name in Duke the Musical, but I don't know if it is here. Yeah, no, I just scrolled through it. It does not say her name anywhere there. So it's presumed that it is Francine, so that sets the date of the concert at exactly 1 year from Judy's first day. Which does make sense, given the time skips that we know about in Zootopia.
Yes, because, well, technically we are aware that between the press conference and Judy getting back to Zootopia, it's around to at least 3 months or most. And Nick getting ready for in the Zootopia Police Academy, another 9 months. So, yes, it does fit.
Like 6 to 9 months-ish.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah,
so it evens out to about a year.
Yes. And well, what's the big highlight of this episode is that among all the disaster that's happening in the restaurant, Flash ends up proposing.
Gets down on one knee and pops the question, which Priscilla, his date, who's also his co-worker at the DMV, who, like, I like to think that they got together after he told her a particularly funny joke he heard.
Yes.
So, also, she's voiced by Kristen Bell, who absolutely loves sloths, so that's just serendipitous.
Yes, that's very cute. And, well, also, after everyone saw the proposal, they were so happy for these pair of sloths. And at the end, they were like, hey, we're also in a rush to get to the concert. And, well, she joins them so she can get to the concert in time. But obviously, as we already know right now, like, Flash is a speedster. He runs very fast while driving.
It leads up to him getting pulled over by Nick and Judy. That's where that ends. And it does a really good job of, like, Sam learning a good lesson about being in the present moment and not worrying too much about, like, what's going to happen and focusing on what's there in front of you and, like, once-in-a-lifetime opportunities and experiences that are happening around you while you're trying to get to other ones, you know? So, that's a fun little story. And, again, it's a very fun story. I actually don't think it has any issues continuity-wise, per se.
Yeah.
Though, I do think that it is very funny that Flash is driving 115 miles an hour with his girlfriend and a random stranger in their car.
Well, they're a waiter, but yes.
Well, basically a stranger. But yeah, Sam is great. She is a great addition, and I hope she makes more appearances in the future. So, that's all the episodes of Zootopia Plus. However, that's not all the shorts that came out that take place on sort of the in-between regular days in Zootopia.
What else is there?
So, just a month ago, or actually not even a month ago, there was a series of shorts that were released from China. So they are very short, like 1 minute, maybe 2 minutes long each. Very, very short. But it was a series titled A Day in the Life of Zootopia. And it was 4 little shorts that were different, very different styles of animation, which was very cool to see. So it was from the Shanghai Fine Arts Studios, and they did different projects for each of them. And it follows, like, other characters going about their days and such, but with Judy connecting everything through, like, keeping track of time on a different carrot pen, I think. That's also a clock now. It starts off at 8 a.m. with a furtive exchange where Mr. Big makes an exchange with the Zootopian equivalent of the Chinese triad.
Nice.
And that one is done in stop motion with felt models.
That's really cute.
It is. It is very, very cute. if you want to check those out, the link will be in the description. We've compiled them all together in an article on ZNN. There's just 4 of them, and it's like 5 minutes to watch, maybe 6. So there's that. Then the second one is a hand-drawn ink wash style animation of Judy and Clawhauser going to get lunch at a dumpling place. And it is very fun. Another interesting thing about all of these is they are silent, so you don't need to speak Chinese or anything to understand what's going on.
They're very expressive with only the animation, like...
Exactly. So, around noon, Judy and Clawhauser go for lunch. Then at about 6 p.m., a fight breaks out in Savannah Central between Finnick and Duke Weaselton over a Gazelle poster.
Oh.
And that one's called Concert Pause. And it is a very fun 2D animated fight scene between them. It is very anime.
Wow.
It's very fun. And then, finally, there is a last little short at 12:30 a.m. that features Bellwether in prison, which is very interesting to see. It's called Are You Asleep Yet? Which, great name, obviously. Basically, Bellwether is unable to get to sleep, and so she calls on Doug and her lackeys to help her while she's in jail get to sleep.
Ow.
Essentially, they turn themselves in and get put in the jail cell next to her and, like, lets her count sheep. Literally. Like...
1, 2, 3, 4...
Exactly. And it's just her minions running around in the cell next to her.
Alright. Yeah, I'll have to check them out as well.
Yeah. And that one is done in papercraft. So it's like a mix of like felt and like 2D like paper cutouts, almost like the first episode of South Park. But like done in a totally different way. It doesn't look anything like that, but like it's that same sort of animation technique where it is pieces of paper that are cut out and like placed on top of each other to make layers and effects and movement. It's interesting. It's very fascinating to see. Yeah, that is the extent of the semi and more canon than other animations that are officially made with Disney licensing or by Disney in between Zootopia and Zootopia 2.
That some of them are more consistent than others, or others are more excusable, that they fit into the story, but living out the continuity issues, they are interesting stories, and it's worth to watch. To watch them.
Absolutely. And if you haven't seen any of them already, you should definitely check them out.
So yeah, go ahead on Disney Plus if you're not subscribed yet, and you'll be able to see all these mini episodes.
And to see the Chinese shorts, go to ZNN, and the link will be in the description. Special shout out to Zootopia Archive for putting all of these videos on YouTube for anyone to watch.
For now, this is going to be the last episode for this year, for this 2025. So thank you so much for everybody who has been listening to this podcast through all this year, waiting for Zootopia 2, with all this big expectation, also with all these topics that bring out to the podcast. And we enjoy your reading your comments here on YouTube. And also, don't forget to follow the episodes also on Spotify. And, well, I'll want to, even though it is early December, I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
Yes, absolutely. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. And with Zootopia 2 out now, we're at the beginning of a new era, I think. It definitely feels like the start of something new, which I just said out loud and realized that's a reference to High School Musical where they sing that on New Year's Eve. And oh my goodness, I am so Disney code-pilled. Like,
That's not bad. That's not bad at all.
That's where my brain goes. Okay.
It's okay.
This
It's
is the start of something new. Yeah. So, thank you again so much for listening and for putting up with my nonsense, especially.
It is fun. It is fun to listen to.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. So, yeah, thank you all so much for listening. Again, this podcast is entirely possible thanks to your support on Patreon and just in general. We do read all your comments, even if we don't respond to them all. And yeah, I can't wait to see what the new year brings us. And we'll be able to start talking about Zootopia 2 then. So that'll be a great start.
Yeah, it will
after
be
all
very
these
fun.
years.
Yeah, we finally get the sequel, and if everything goes well, perhaps there will be in the future either a series or a third movie. We don't know, but hopefully.
Things are looking good in that front. So we'll talk about that another time, though. Till then, I'm Andy Lagopus.
And I'm PinkStar, and this has been It's Called a Podcast, sweetheart.
Boom.